Hi my darlings, I'm Sophie Darling and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to episode 22 of season 1 of Demon Slayer, and last episode, incredibly emotional. We learned about Ryu's backstory, why he was so desperate to fill that family hole, that his parents actually did love him, he just misread it, and that even if Ryu went to hell, they would go with him. We also now have Tanjiro and Nezuko being apprehended and taken to the mansion because they have learned that Nezuko is a demon and it goes against the strict demon core rules. So how this is all going to play out, I'm not entirely sure. We got a glimpse of the other hashiras at the end there, so it's going to be interesting to know a little bit more about their dynamic. Poor Giyu's being bullied constantly and told that no one likes him. But without further ado, we're going to jump into episode 22. Poor Tanjiro. Imagine waking up and not knowing what the fuck is going on. And he doesn't know what's happened to Nezuko either, because he told her to run and then he was knocked out. He must be so confused. Rude? Not flamboyant enough for me. Then again, he did have like diamonds dripping down, so I imagine anyone else would be drab in comparison. She gets it. Yeah, he's very flamboyantly dressed. Of course, Tanjiro is gonna look drab in comparison. They all have their unique aesthetic. Why did they think they were going to the butterfly mansion? Poor Tanjiro, who's like, what the hell? I've just woken up and you put me on trial. Is Giyu gonna get in trouble as well because he was trying to stop Shinobu from killing Nezuko? Oh, so he's just like guilty. Oh, little hothead. Is flamboyance his catchphrase? Love hashira. Aww. Why is he crying? The stone hashira, but he's crying. I love that. It's such a contrast. Miss, just not there. Mind wandering in a daydream. He's looking for his sister. What is his obsession with flamboyancy? Oh my goodness. Oh, he's very much on his own. Giyu's gonna get in trouble. What kind of lesson should we teach him? Damn, okay, he really has it out for Giyu. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be like Zenitsu, isn't she? Just in love with everyone. Yeah, there we go. In love with everyone. Okay, so he's not on trial, but he will be punished. Because she's not like other demons. Did he know? It's not as if we've seen the rules laid out. For all we know, it could be the first time Tanjiro's ever heard of this, because Urikadaki didn't tell him. Because you'd think Urukadaki would be like, yeah, maybe be careful about traveling with her because it's against the rules. I was gonna say, he was meant to have broken his jaw. I love how she's still being kind to him, even though she's like, we should execute him.
鬼は俺の妹なんです。俺が家を留守にしている時に襲われ、帰ったらみんな死んでいて。妹は鬼になったけど、人を食ったことはないんです。今までも、これからも。
She's a good girl.
人を傷つけることは絶対にしません。
くだらない妄言を吐き
It's not absurd.
そもそも
It's
身
the
内なら
truth.
かばって当たり前。
I mean, it makes sense why they don't believe him, but still.
早くこの哀れな子供を殺して解き放ってあげよう。
俺は禰豆子を治すために剣士になったんです。禰豆子が鬼になったのは2年以上前のことで。
She hasn't eaten a
その
human
間
at
禰豆子は
all.
人を食ったりしてない。
話が地味にぐるぐる回ってるぞ、アホが。
What did you want him to do? Be more flamboyant?
口先だけでなくド派手に証明してみせろ。
Prove it. How is he supposed to prove it with max flamboyance? Like, do you want him to do 12s, backflips? Like,
でも疑問があるんですけど、親方様がこのことを把握してないとは思えないです。
yeah.
勝手に処分しちゃっていいんでしょうか。
Because he didn't ask for them to be killed. He said apprehended.
鬼殺隊として人を守るために戦えるんです。
おいおい、なんだか面白いことになってるな。
Who's this?
鬼を連れたバカ隊員ってのはそいつかい？一体全体どういうつもりだ？
品津川さん、勝手なことをしないでください。
鬼殺隊として人を守るために戦える？そんなことやな。ありえねえんだよ、バカが！
It's been 2 years. Dude, what the fuck?
妹を傷つける
They haven't even had a trial.
柱だろうが何だろうが許さない。
そうか、よかったな。
もうすぐ親方様がいらっしゃるぞ。
He warned you. He said, I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't hurt my baby sister. That's thinking with your head. Go, Tanjiro.
善良な鬼と悪い鬼の区別もつかないなら、柱なんてやめてしまえ。
Oh,
てめえ、
I'm on Tanjiro's side here.
殺してやる。
親方様のおなりです。
Are we actually going to see his face? We've only ever seen sort of him in the shadows. Interesting. Has he got a burn?
私の可愛い子供たち。
Is he blind? Okay, so we actually see his face for the first time. Oh, I thought they were going to crawl back in. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Oh, he is blind.
おはようみんな。今日はとてもいい天気だね。顔ぶれが変わらずに半年に一度の中合会議を迎えられたこと嬉しく思うよ。
この人が親方様。
Whoa!
早い。全く反応できなかった。
That's like the wind.
親方様におかれましてもご創建で何よりです。ますますのご多幸を切にお祈り申し
The only person he seems to be respectful and scared of is the master.
私が言いたかった。親方様にご挨拶。
She's gonna be like Zenetsu.
合会議の前にこのかまど炭治郎なる鬼を連れた大使についてご説明いただきたく存じますがよろしいでしょうか。
そうだね。
The master
驚か
commands
せてしまって
respect.
すまなかった。炭治郎と禰豆子のことは私が容認していた。
That's why he's gathered them all here.
たとえ親方様の願いであっても、私は承知しかねる。
俺も派手に反対する。
私はすべて親方様の望むまま従います。
Like, yep, that's fine by me.
僕
I
は
don't
どち
care.
らでもすぐに忘れるので。
What about you, Shinobu?
信用しない信用しない。そもそも鬼は大嫌い。
心より尊敬する親方様であるが、理解できないお考えだ。全力で反対する。
鬼を滅殺してこその鬼殺隊。 かまど富岡両名の処罰を願い
Yeah,
ま
but
す。
he's in charge, so clearly what he says goes, right?
こちらの手紙は元柱である
Urikadaki.
鱗滝左近寺様からいただいたものです。炭治郎が鬼の妹と共にあることをどうかお許しください。
飢餓状態であっても人を食わず、そのまま2年以上の歳月が経過いたしました。
He's looking out for them. Still.
もしも禰豆子が人に襲いかかった場合は、かまど炭治郎をお呼び。
鱗滝左近寺富岡義勇が腹を切ってお詫びいたします。
I wonder if this is news to Giyu, or did he always know this? Oh no, he must have always known and agreed to it. Because he doesn't seem shocked. He seems to kind of just accept that that's the fact.
死にたいなら勝手に死に腐れよ。何の保証にもなりはしません。
品津川の言う通りです。人を食い殺せば取り返しがつかない。殺された人は戻らない。
But can you live with the knowledge of killing someone that's never harmed another person? You have to live with that.
人を襲うということもまた証明ができない。
Exactly.
禰豆子が2年以上もの間、人を食わずにいるという事実があり、禰豆子のために3人の者の命がかけられている。これを否定するためには、否定する側もそれ以上のものを差し出さなければならない。
I like him. He's logical. Other than your hatred of demons, what other reason do you have to oppose?
この炭治郎は鬼仏寺と遭遇している。
そんなまさか
Oh, he
柱ですら
has.
誰も接触したことがないというのに。こいつがどんな姿だったのりこ。
戦ったの？
I forget that this is
何を
rare.
していた。飯は突き止めたのか。おい答えろ。
Can't really answer you if you're shaking him around like a rag doll. My god, he has such aura that he can command them with just a finger to the lips.
その理由は単なる口封じかもしれないが、私は初めて鬼仏寺が見せた尻尾を掴んで離したくない。おそらくは禰豆子にも鬼仏寺にとって予想外の何かが起きていると思うんだ。
They're the key to getting to Muzan.
人間ならば生かしておいてもいいが鬼はダメです。これまで俺たち鬼殺隊がどれだけの思いで戦い、どれだけのものが犠牲となっていったか。
何してるの？
証明しますよ俺が。鬼というものの醜さを。
Oh, he's basically saying if Nezuko smells my blood, she'll have no choice but to attack me. Oh, look at her
無理
restraint.
することはねえ。お前の本性を出せばいい。俺がここで叩き切ってやる。
She won't show you because she's not like that.
失礼。捕まつる。
What the fuck, guys?
出てこい鬼。お前の大好きな人間の血だ。
息ができない。動けない。
Oh, Nezuko. Just gonna prove you all wrong. It's not even the blood that's making her this way. She's just pissed. Pissed off that he's testing her this way. You can see the drool because she's having to restrain herself as best she can, but she's fucking fuming. I would be too. They keep stabbing her through the box and taunting her. She may be a demon, but she's not fucking stupid.
品津川が新入りごときの頭突きを食らうとはな。
あれは実にいい頭突きだった。ああ、ド派手な音がしたぜ。
でもあの子柱に張り合うなんて勇敢なのね。
好き放題言いやがって。富岡の邪魔がなきゃ買わせたに決まってんだろ。
言い訳がましいな。
では大将こそこそ噂話。私たちから親方様への挨拶は早い者勝ちなので、実は皆さん親方様が来るまでそわそわしてたんですよ。
あ、次回第23話集合会議。
You can absolutely understand where everyone's coming from in terms of they have spent their whole lives being trained to fight demons, to kill demons at all costs, and now they're being told, actually, we're not going to do that for this demon. You have to make an exception. Of course, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, no, what do you mean? Because they've seen the worst of the worst. They've seen so many people slaughtered and killed and traumatized by what demons can do. So I completely get it. I'm not judging them for not understanding because, of course, we have a different perspective. We've been with them since the beginning of the journey. We have information the Hashira don't. I get it, but also I'm just annoyed the way that they're kind of not listening to the master. They may be like the best of the best, but surely the whole point is to be respectful and to taunt and tease Nezuko that way, and also to just outright refuse to listen to what he's saying is quite infuriating, especially when he's giving you logical arguments. He's basically saying to you, there's no evidence that she will actually go on to kill people. There's no evidence that she's going to harm anyone. So can you have it on your conscience to kill another life on the idea that she might, when we have no guarantee that's going to happen? Especially when there's 3 people that have now said that if she ever does harm someone, they will kill themselves in atonement. And yes, that doesn't bring back the person that's died. But to have 3 people standing up for Nezuko, vouching for her ability to be trusted, as well as the fact that Urukadaki is a former Hashira. We have Giyu, who is a Hashira, and then Tanjiro. Of course, he's like the lower rank, but still, that has to go for something that you have 2 really prominent figures in the Demon Slayer Corps that are vouching for her, and they're still just like, no, again, I get it, but also it's like, just listen, make it make sense. But I love that all the Hashira have really distinct personalities and the different aesthetics that we're seeing, especially we have, I can't remember her name, but the love Hashira, and she has like love hearts on her blade. She seems to be very much in love with everyone and always seems to have a nice word to say. There's no like negativity to her. So I wonder if she's going to be quite like Zenitsu in terms of like lover girl mentality. What will be funny is if maybe she loves Zenitsu, but Zenitsu doesn't love her, and it's this kind of like ironic dynamic that Zenitsu finds her annoying, but she's doing what Zenitsu does to other girls. So maybe it's going to be like Zenitsu loves Nezuko, the love Hashira loves Zenitsu, and it's just this little triangle that's ongoing, but Nezuko has like no interest in anyone. And then we have the stone Hashira that is not unashamed to cry. He is supposed to be stoic, but his emotions run free, and I love that kind of contrast. He also seems to have prayer beads, which maybe he isn't a monk, but maybe like a practicing, I'm trying to think, would he be Buddhist? Or would it be Shinto? Because I think Shintoism is the more prominent religion in Japan. I'm not entirely sure because prayer beads in the only context that I know is Western context would be like rosary beads, which is Catholicism, and they're definitely not rosary beads because it's set and based in Japan. So I'm thinking like Shinto prayer beads. So I'm wondering if he's very tied to faith in that he is talking about it being a shame that Tanjiro had to be born and that this is the fate that befalls him. So I'm wondering if there's like a religious element to him. Then we have the snake Hashira, who seems to be very crafty in that he doesn't like Giyu, and the minute the wind Hashira took Nezuko into the shadows, he was the first one to launch and pin Tanjiro to the ground. Almost as if he enjoys the conflict. He enjoys stirring the pot a little bit, I guess. But I want to know what the beef is between him and Giyu, because he's out for him for whatever reason. And then we have the Mist Hashira, who is very daydreamy, very whimsical, where they're saying, I have no issue because I'll probably forget about this. So it's like mist comes and goes. It's free flowing. It's not something tangible that you can grasp onto. So I love that their personality mimics that. And then we also have, I can't remember what Hashira he is, but he keeps talking about flamboyance. And of course, the way he's dressed, of course he's going to be obsessed with flamboyancy and everything has to be adorned max flamboyance because he has like a diamond headband, diamonds like beads around his ears, and he has a chain on his sword. Like he is very much flamboyantly dressed, so everything has to be a performance. Then we have the Hashira, who is very flame orientated. Like his hair looks like fire. He seems quite brash in terms of everything has to be done now, now, now. There's kind of no patience, there's no waiting. He's not hot-headed in the sense of being angry, but hot-headed in the sense of there's no going back. He was like, there's no point doing a trial. He broke the rules. We have to then just enforce the rules. It's like, go, go, go. Damn the consequences. We don't have to wait for the master, just get it done kind of thing. And then, of course, you have Giyu, who is the water Hashira. We know that Giyu is very placid, very calm, goes with the flow, doesn't let anything get to him. But to everyone else, he seems really removed and detached emotionally. But he's not. He's just water. He's calm. There's no point getting yourself worked up. I was like, does Giyu know that he has to commit seppuku if Nezuko hurts anyone? Because if not, then that's the first time he's hearing of it and it just kind of comes out the blue. But the way that Tanjiro looks at him and Tanjiro's crying, I think Giyu must know and has agreed that he's going to back Urikadaki because of course he trusts Urikadaki. He wouldn't have sent Tanjiro and Nezuko there if he didn't believe that Urikadaki could help them. So I think whatever Urikadaki says, Giyu's going to trust. And I think that meant a lot to Tanjiro to know that they have his corner, that they are helping to protect his baby sister. And I love that Urikadaki gets brought back into it, that he's still protecting them. And I was wondering, because I was like, Urikadaki never said anything to Tanjiro about not taking Nezuko, because if he was found out, he would be breaking the Demon Core rules and he would get in trouble. This was never mentioned to him, so the poor boy is probably like, what the fuck's going on? I didn't actually know I was breaking the rule because nothing was said to him. But that's because Urikadaki sent the letter to the master and it was sanctioned and he was allowed to do that. But of course, now that the Hashira have discovered a demon's traveling with Tanjiro, it poses some issues. So the master's gathered everyone here to essentially get all the Hashira on side so that none of them pose a threat to Nezuko in the future. It's a way of trying to mitigate the situation. And it just so happens to coincide with their, was it pre-annual meetup? So it seems preordained, pre-planned, but I love that Urikadaki is protecting them nonetheless. Like, these are his children. And even though he's not with them now, he's setting the groundwork for keeping them safe in the future by making sure the master's aware, making sure that they get people on side, ensuring that they're aware that Nezuko isn't going to harm anyone. And just, he's such a dad to them. I love it. It's going to be interesting to see how this develops because obviously now we've got two conflicting perspectives. We have those that are happy to agree with the master. Shinobu didn't say anything. I feel like Shinobu might come around because Shinobu does like the idea of demons and humans being friends. She is optimistic that that's a potentiality. But I think Shinobu is also quite smart that until she sees otherwise, she's not going to put her opinion out there. She's going to do it based on evidence. So she's kind of watching and waiting. The others are kind of outright like, Nezuko's going to react and will kill her. And then you have the Love Hashira and the Mist Hashira that are very much on side with the master. They're just kind of like, yep, that's fine. Whatever you say goes. And then you have those that are just vehemently against it. And again, you can understand why they're against it. But at the same time, it's kind of frustrating that whilst they have respect for him, they're not listening to what he's saying. They're so adamant that they're right, that they're trying to prove it, but they're only going to have themselves to blame when it doesn't work out the way that they're expecting it to. But I do like that there is an element of fairness, that the master is letting them speak. It's not like a tyrannical dictatorship. He's essentially saying, if you can argue with me and it be a valid argument rather than being based on this potential threat that she might have towards humans, then yeah, I'll listen to you. We can consider it. But it has to be a valid argument. I'm not going to listen to any more hypotheticals. You have to give me an actual tangible truth because I have a tangible truth from Urikidaki, but none of you are presenting anything that's actually realistic to counter it, which is why they're now doing this to try and bait Nezuko into attacking so then they can be like, well, look, we proved it, we told you so. Nezuko's not going to do it. Of course, she's showing that fortitude already. She's drooling, but she's not going for him. She's just pissed off, as you would be if you were being beaten and prodded and talked down to, and your brother's being talked down to as well. You'd be angry. And that's the annoying thing, is that she can't seem to show these emotions towards humans, or they see her as a threat. They can't understand that she might still have human emotions. If she shows her anger towards them, they then start thinking she's a threat, but she's actually just pissed off in the same way that they would be pissed off if it was being done to them. I just feel bad for her. I feel like she's in between a rock and a hard place, but she's not going to give them what she wants because she is so much stronger than they realize. Her mental fortitude is insane. And despite the drool, despite the temptation, she's not going to give it to them. But I'm excited to see more of the Hashira. I'm excited to see how this all kind of plays out, especially because they're all really shocked that Tanjiro has seen Muzan, and you almost forget that it's really unknown for anyone to see Muzan. So the fact that Tanjiro has met him, even briefly, is this huge, unique circumstance, which is why the master is saying, I don't want to ruin the opportunity that this poses, because Muzan never lets himself be known, but he has sent people after Tanjiro. So he's going to continue doing that until eventually he might have to come after Tanjiro himself. It's almost like they know that Muzan is going to slip up at some point, and that Nezuko and Tanjiro may be the key to doing so, especially because Nezuko has a lot of Muzan's blood. She's only just beginning to learn about her true strength. So again, Muzan didn't anticipate this. He also didn't anticipate that she wouldn't actually go on to eat other humans. And we know that other demons are bound by this curse, that if they speak Muzan's name, there's like a punishment. We don't know if that applies to Nezuko. She could be the exception somehow, because she wasn't what he wanted to create. And I think she is the key somewhat to his downfall. And the master's aware of that. So he's like, why would we get rid of them when they can be useful to us in taking out this severe threat that we've been hunting for years and not getting anywhere? But they're all like, oh my god, what's his attacks? What's his powers? Tell me, tell us. But like, it was a very brief instance. Tanjiro didn't really see much of him, but I wonder if Tanjiro will tell them that he has a family, because yeah, that was a big what the fuck moment. But until next episode, I think that's all I want to say for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next time, bye!